Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Finance and asks, what steps is the government taking to ensure the Earthquake Commission can meet claims arising from the Canterbury earthquake?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, the Earthquake Commission is expecting up to 100,000 claims as a result of the earthquake, with a potential cost between $1 and $2 billion. The cost will be met from EQC's Natural Disaster Fund, which at the start of this month held $6 billion in cash, shares and government bonds. In addition, EQC has $2.5 billion reinsurance cover. The government has issued a new ministerial direction this week to enable EQC to sell down assets in sufficiently large amounts to produce the cash and give it the ability to hold more cash than it used to so that it can pay out claims promptly.
Colin King.
Speaker, supplementary question to the Minister. How does the likely cost of the Canterbury earthquake compare with other recent natural disasters?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, that's a good question, because usually EQC has been allowed to hold sufficient cash to meet the costs of what have actually been quite a significant number of natural disasters over recent years. To put this in context, for instance, the Gisborne earthquake generated 6,200 claims, the Bay of Plenty earthquake 4,300, and the Nangahua earthquake in 1968 generated 10,500 claims. The most expensive of these was the Bay of Plenty earthquake, where the total cost to insurers converted into today's dollars was about $330 million. Treasury estimates the cost to EQC and other insurers will be about 10 times that amount, and that is why it is necessary that EQC is able to sell down the assets that it holds in the Natural Disaster Fund.
Colin King.
Supplementary to the Minister. What does the new ministerial direction change?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, in a direction issued in 2001, the Natural Disaster Fund was required to be invested in New Zealand government securities, global equities and New Zealand bank bills. And EQC was required to consult the Minister if they wanted to sell any part of the portfolio or hold more than $250 million in New Zealand bank bills. Under the new direction, EQC will be able to keep a wider range of short-term cash holdings in New Zealand banks so that it can quickly settle claims. EQC will also be able to hold up to $2 billion in cash or short-term securities rather than the previous limit of $250 million. These provisions will remain in place for a year.
Colin King.
Supplementary to the Minister. With the new ministerial direction in place, how does EQC intend to meet claims?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, EQC must pay the first $1.5 billion of claims before its $2.5 billion reinsurance cover kicks in. They advised me that they intend to pay these claims firstly from cash reserve, secondly from maturing investments, and thirdly from selling down part of its portfolio. The proceeds from maturing investments and those sold will be held in short-term securities in New Zealand banks. As a result, EQC will not face cash flow problems as it settles a high number of claims.
Question number 3, the Honourable David.